Right now it's 6. The government shutdown now impacting air travel locally. The alternative travel options you can try.
And the Hunger Task Force receives a major boost. How local support is helping solve a gap in food availability.
Watching WKBT La Crosse, this is News 8 Now at 6.
Good evening and thank you for joining us for News 8 Now at 6. I'm Emily Brown.
And I'm Ken Kozorowski. We start with a potential breakthrough on Capitol Hill.
Yeah, after 41 days of shutdown, there's a new hope it could end as soon as this week.
Here's a live look at the Capitol, where a deal was reached after a weekend of negotiations. 8 Democrats voting with Senate Republicans to advance a bill that would fund the government through January, though the deal must still be approved by both the Senate and House.
Now, if passed, shutdown-related layoffs would be reversed and back pay to federal workers would be guaranteed. It also promises a vote on health care in December without a guarantee to extend ACA tax credits.
Now, the shutdown continues to affect air travel.
And now it's hitting close to home. And News 8 Now's Grace Monk joins us with the latest update.
Thousands of flights have been canceled, including ones at La Crosse Regional Airport. If your flight plans are impacted, La Crosse has a few travel alternatives you can try. Last week, the FAA started to cut air traffic due to a shortage of air traffic controllers.
I wouldn't even consider planning a trip, on a plane.
I would say just get the people paid and let's get back to working normally.
All flights from La Crosse connect through O'Hare and Chicago. Flights going in and out of La Crosse were canceled Monday, and at least 2 flights are canceled for Tuesday.
I went on a trip this summer to South Carolina, and it took us 2 days to get there and 2 days to get back. It was bad enough in the summer, but I can't imagine.
Travelers looking to get out of La Crosse can use Amtrak to get to Chicago and Minneapolis. In a statement to News 8 Now, Amtrak said, quote, "As air travel becomes less reliable, more people are choosing the convenience of rail, a trend that began before the government shut down and any flight cancellations. With strong Thanksgiving demand already picking up, we encourage customers to book early to ensure the best availability. Travelers can also take the Jefferson Lines bus, which makes stops throughout the Midwest. Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy says an end to the government shutdown won't immediately fix the problem. It'll take time for air traffic controllers to return to work. Reporting in La Crosse, Grace Monk, News 8 Now.
And as the shutdown seemingly nears an end, legal battles over food benefits continue.
News 8 Now's Allison Fergit explains.
Food share benefits have been restored in Wisconsin, and officials are urging consumers to continue using them as legal proceedings continue. Wisconsin gave full benefits to recipients last Friday after a court decision cleared the way. But this weekend, the U.S. Treasury refused to reimburse Wisconsin grocers for food purchased using those benefits. And the Trump administration told states to undo SNAP payments. Governor Tony Evers and officials from other states are fighting back, asking courts to force the Trump administration to fully fund SNAP benefits.
The fact that they're trying to claw that back, that's embarrassing. That's embarrassing for any president. The people that are part of this program deserve 100%.
While the legal battle over benefits continues, officials are telling SNAP recipients to keep using them. And in a statement, the Wisconsin Department of Health Services said that businesses should still be accepting those benefits. The best way to check if you received those food benefits in Wisconsin is to call the number on the back of your Food Share Quest card. Reporting in the newsroom, Allison Fergit, News 8 Now.
Thank you, Allison. Several organizations are presenting checks to Hunger Task Force today.
Dairyland Power Cooperative presenting the nonprofit with a $2,500 check. The donations come as Hunger Task Force battles with a significant gap in food availability.
If we can get just one child to go to bed at night not hungry, we've accomplished something, and we're doing a lot more than just one. The Hunger Task Force is doing more than just one child every day. So I think it's great work, and we're happy to support it even in the slightest way.
Marine Credit Union Foundation also making a donation to the Hunger Task Force. They presented a $10,000 check as part of a $30,000 donation to food banks across the state.
This year we just saw this as a great need, and our employees got really behind it, and we're excited to support this good work.
We are seeing an increase in demand right now and a decrease in donations. So I've been calling this the perfect storm, and when we partner with community organizations like this, it makes all the difference.
All branches of Marine Credit Union will host a food drive through December 31st. Well, we had a nice dose of winter this past weekend. Still feeling that chill tonight, but it's not going to last much longer, Greg.
Not going to really last much. Yes, tomorrow will be pretty much gone, too. At least the winter chill. Fall chill will be back, and even milder conditions for the rest of the half of the week. But for tonight, we do have a little bit of an opportunity for some snow. Right now, temperatures are holding steady, upper 20s, low 30s here. We got that wind starting to come light and variable, which at least is the good news. Now, overall high temperatures, these are actually closer to our overall average low for this time of year, so it gives you an idea how low they are. But that's the last you're going to see of these, at least for our daytime highs. Cloud cover beginning to increase. Some of the radar returns there indicating snow's not reaching the ground. It's just moisture starting to be increasing aloft. But temperatures, as you look to the west, are not dropping off too much, and that's because we have a lot of cloud cover associated with a warm front and another system of Dakotas that'll be heading our direction overnight too. So this evening, still kind of chilly, but the winds have died down. That's the good news. Getting 25 with a few breaks in the clouds. The wind chills just a few degrees lower than what they were for temperature-wise. Similar for La Crosse. The winds have died down. That's the good news. On and off cloud cover, we will slowly fall back to 26, and that's about the most we're going to fall. So going on Veterans Day, we're going to warm up, and then it just continued to rise throughout the week until we might hit mid-60s by Saturday. So we'll break all that down a bit later.
All right. Thank you, Greg. A Prairie du Chien police officer is on paid administrative leave while authorities investigate allegations of misconduct. According to PDC Police, Officer Dwight Kushmal was placed on leave October 21st, just days after an anonymous Crime Stoppers tip launched the investigation. The chief says early findings pointed to another officer, but investigators later connected Kushmal to the allegations. Specific details haven't been released, though the investigation is still underway.
The La Crosse County Board of Supervisors has a busy night ahead, and one decision could impact how people get around the region.
News 8 Now's Jadius McGee is live at the County Administrative Center with what's at stake. Jadius.
Yeah, I'm live here at the County Administrative Center. If you take a look behind me, you can see county leaders are holding a public hearing before voting on next year's budget. One of the biggest items on the agenda is funding for the Smart Bus, which connects La Crosse with several nearby communities. County leaders say ridership has dropped and costs have gone up, leading to a recommendation to cut the service. Dozens of residents turned out last week and tonight to share their thoughts before the board makes its final decision. Now, the board is expected to make its final vote here any moment now. We'll bring live updates and results tonight at 10. Reporting in La Crosse, Jadius McGee, News 8 Now.
Thank you, Jadius. Coming up, the silent killer that's affecting communities across our region, the efforts they're taking to save lives, and how they're targeting youth for prevention.
Watch for falling debt. Transfer your balance to an Ultra Visa credit card. No balance transfer fees and a fixed for life balance transfer rate as low as 7.99% APR. Make the switch today. Apply online. Ultra Federal Credit Union, helping you live your best life. Federally insured by NCUA.
When you're looking for new appliances, Menards is the place to shop. You'll find a great selection, the best prices, and great brands that are ready to take home today. Whether it's for laundry or the kitchen, big or small, you're sure to find the right appliances to fit your lifestyle. Hurry in today and get this Whirlpool over-the-range microwave for $278. Or get this electric range for $578, plus an 11% rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
Everyone deserves to be connected. Big cities, small towns, everywhere in between. And staying connected shouldn't break the bank. That's why T-Mobile and U.S. Cellular are joining forces. The best network just got bigger, and we're combining it with the local service you know and trust.
If your basement walls are peeling, that is not appealing. So this is water damage?
Yes,
man?
sir. That's water damage.
How many people right now have compromise in their basement brought on by water?
Oh, the majority. I mean, water is the enemy of a home.
Right.
But it's better to have it assessed to give you that ease of mind.
Sure.
Inspections are free. Might as well just give us a call to help.
Innovative Basement Authority is now Groundworks. Schedule a free inspection.
Looking for a new ride? At Ultra, we know some family members are pickier than others. Apply today at driveultra.org and find a ride that makes everyone happy. No payments for 90 days. Driver tested, puppy approved. Ultra Federal Credit Union.
The threat of your child coming into contact with fentanyl is a topic no parent can ignore these days. In Wisconsin, fentanyl deaths grew by 97% in just 3 years. It's a statistic that's causing communities to take action, targeting not only adults, but your kid's school as well. Boxes of Narcan stocked in vending machines in the lobby of the Eau Claire County Jail. It's not the treat you'd expect to see in a snack dispenser, but the rise in fentanyl deaths across Wisconsin has left health officials with no choice.
These resources are available 24/7 to all community members.
In 2023, over 1,300 people died of opioid deaths in Wisconsin. 1,280 of those were from fentanyl. The vending machines are just one weapon in Eau Claire County Health Department's fight in the fentanyl and opioid epidemic.
For over 2 years, we have been able to dispense over 2,000 boxes of Narcan and over 1,000 fentanyl test strips.
And while you might expect to see these types of campaigns targeting folks at the county jail, they're also targeting your child's school.
We're able to provide resources to all of the schools within Eau Claire County, if that's elementary, if that's middle, high school, and even universities.
Because like it or not, the reality of opioid misuse is already there.
I know at least 2 people from my school alone that have seen SAFE, and they've started taking actions to get out of these unhealthy habits of use and vaping and different drugs.
SAFE is a student-led group that focuses on peer-related issues like drug use.
Anything peer-led, it's the best way to reach youth.
They're teaching each other truths of drug use.
How it can affect your brain, especially as teenagers while we're still developing. It can have awful effects on your development.
We have, a wide variety of different drugs that have impacted our community here in Vernon County.
The Vernon County Sheriff's Office is making the rounds too, talking to schools about fentanyl.
We go into party drugs, what they might see out in the community when they do go off to colleges.
Deputy William Raisler takes his HOPE program to 6 school districts in Vernon County, thanks to a grant from the Vernon County Opioid Prevention and Abatement Steering Committee.
To ultimately have that education on what drugs do and how they can affect their future.
The topic of fentanyl is new to these drug awareness programs, as the U.S. only started seeing its first cases back in 2013.
At that time, it was primarily heroin that included fentanyl. However, within our community, we are seeing more stimulants contain fentanyl.
It's a reality Terry Gullickson knows all too well. Her son Keaton was killed by fentanyl.
He had purchased some cocaine, and unfortunately, the cocaine that he took turned out to be 100% fentanyl, so he died immediately when he ingested it.
It's the silent killer being added to street drugs.
You can't see it, you can't taste it, and you can't smell it.
I was blown away, angry.
When Keaton died, Gullickson wasn't familiar with fentanyl.
I'm sure I heard about it, but I didn't realize exactly what it did to people.
She says programs like SAFE and HOPE are crucial.
I think they need to really push that in schools, that they don't know what they're taking when they take something. It can be in marijuana these days.
Looking back, she wishes she knew the warning signs, but hopes to help parents so they don't have to endure what she did.
Be nosy. I probably didn't check his phone enough. It's important that parents know that their kids are not immune to this, and they're naive if they think their kids aren't trying something.
The best thing you can do as a parent is to educate yourself and make sure you know the signs of opioid or fentanyl misuse. Online resources like Dose of Reality and United Against Fentanyl are powerful tools you and your children can both review. We'll have that and more links on our website, news8000.com. We'll have more news ahead, but first.
Yeah, we got a little bit of light snow tonight, but by that, the only big story heading up to the rest of the week is warming back up, and that means 60s are coming back in the forecast. So we'll break down what the temps look like. If we've got any more additional precipitation, all you coming up in the First Warn Weather Update after the break.
We're a team you can trust, and we're local. We see our members out in the public all the time. Want to be able to look them in the eye and know that we did right by them.
Everybody's welcome at Firefighters Credit Union.
We see you out there, making your own kind of magic.
Oh my goodness!
From the unique gifts you give to the one-of-a-kind ways you celebrate. At Blaine's Farm and Fleet, we help you put your plans into action with great prices on top brands, so you can give the best presents without breaking the bank.
It's Mom!
and bring a little more joy to your world.
He's so cute.
Best Christmas ever?
Yeah. Definitely.
Blaine's Farm and Fleet, being original.
I lost my son to an accidental drug overdose. This is why we created the George Ford Recovery Foundation to champion drug use awareness, funding, and solutions so we don't lose any more kids. You know, there's an effective, simple solution. Narcan kits help save lives in seconds. They're required in schools in many states, but sadly, not in Wisconsin. To save a child's life, please sign a petition at NarcanForSchools.com.
Jolivet Family Farms, known for farm fresh fruits and vegetables, but featuring so much more. For any special occasion, come in and check out our large selection of gift baskets. Gourmet popcorn, candy and caramel corn, honey and jam, pancakes and syrup, cheese and wine. Or create your own. Find unique gifts at Jolivet's with locally made arts and crafts. Shop local with locally made products and gifts. Jolivet Family Farms, West Salem.
If you have a crack like this, well, you have a problem. Today I'm learning how a cracked wall might mean your foundation is sinking.
It always points towards the area where it's sinking. For example, this corner here, we're down almost a full inch of drop.
Right, so that's going down and that's causing the crack.
Correct. And then this door, they don't even use that door anymore. It cannot open.
Innovative Basement Authority is now Groundworks. Schedule a free inspection.
We're a team you can trust, and we're local. We see our members out in the public all the time. Want to be able to look them in the eye and know that we did right by them.
Everybody's welcome at Firefighters Credit Union.
Well, we had a brief stint of winter-like conditions, and most of those temperatures are like you would expect going into January. Now, we're going to flip the switch back, and it's going to warm quite a bit back up. So if you're looking at average temperatures, on average, around 50. Now, if you're further north, your average temperatures are in the 40s. La Crosse, now you're entering into the 40s. So as we go to this week, we should continue to fall back to by the end of this month, we'll be the upper 30s. Nowhere close to that. You probably can say we're going to be closer to about up in that range, middle of October-like conditions as we go through later this week. So it's really going to be a nice end of the week and potentially for the part of the weekend too. For the time being, with all that transition, you're going to have a front come through and things are going to happen. So tonight, more clouds will be coming in. The winds will turn around to the south, so the temperatures will fall off briefly this evening and then probably start slowly rising overnight as that system gets closer and that south wind. Now, we will have enough moisture ahead of it to squeeze out probably some flurries or light snow. It'll probably start later after about 11 p.m. It'll kind of come through the area, probably about 12 to maybe 3, maybe stretching to 4 too. As you see, just some light precipitation. A lot of this may not even reach the ground too as it comes through, but there is that threat continuing. By the time we get up to the evening or the morning commute, most of the activity will probably have been pushed east of the area. Not expect to see any road issues with this amount of very light snow or fine snow falling, but we'll have to keep an eye if it does kind of overachieve and produce a little bit more than expected. Regardless, we're going to have probably dry conditions after that for the morning commute. We will have cloud cover decrease in the morning for a lot of areas, but then for areas, unfortunately, for north of Eau Claire, you'll start seeing more cloud cover kind of rotating back in with the system as moisture is being pulled down. So unfortunately, it'll be more clouds up there. The rest of the area will probably see a lot of afternoon sunshine. You can see a pretty tight gradient on clouds and no clouds that will be setting up towards tomorrow afternoon. All in all, the winds will turn around, be kind of breezy, but that doesn't mean the temperatures are going to be really that bad. So if you're looking at Veterans Day, overall planning the day out, we're going to be typically pretty close to where we should be. About 47, 48, a little bit above average, but all in all, not too bad of a day. That wind will be kind of picking up out of the west. Unfortunately, more clouds for Eau Claire towards the afternoon, but temperatures a lot better than we saw for this weekend and pretty close to average too. So that's the good news going in. Here's your lows. These will be more like probably just after midnight if you're along west of the river, a little bit later east of the river, but they'll start rising. So by the time you wake up, you'll likely be near 30 or maybe a degree or two above that too. Then as we go for tomorrow's temperatures, we're getting back into the 40s as I mentioned, mid to upper 40s, so pretty seasonable. The wind will start picking up a little bit out of the west. It's the only downfall with that. Wednesday, we'll still have the winds kind of breezy, plenty more sunshine, and you can add a couple degrees, especially as you go further north to your high temperatures. So more 50s, even mid-50s. Now overall, here's that cold plunge here. Temperatures warms a 3D look, so the higher it goes, the warmer the temperatures are. You can see we're going to see that bulge come right overhead, push east over Friday and Saturday as the jet stream goes well to the north, and really the whole part of the U.S. is kind of fairly warm. Then we'll see it kind of come back down a little bit, but we'll see how big that drop is come next week. And you see 60s, even mid-60s, and there is that rain chance Sunday that's not that great. We will drop back to maybe more in the 40s early next week, which is kind of right where we should be at that point too. So kind of a different end of the story and a different type of weekend setting up.
For sure.
Yep.
Thanks very much, Greg. Coming up next in sports, back to their winning ways. Luke Fickell comments on Wisconsin's big win over the weekend. Plus, the Packers also looking to get back in the win column. What you need to know ahead of tonight's Monday night clash with the Eagles. Jacob is next.
Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions, your choice for quality, affordable windows, installed by our experienced team. Contact us or stop into our showroom today for your free estimate.
Welcome to Ashley's biggest sale of the year. During the Black Friday event, you can save up to $1,000 store-wide or pay 0% interest for 60 months. And Friday through Monday, veterans and active military personnel can take up to an extra 10% off. Only at Ashley's Black Friday event.
At Overhead Door Company, we repair any garage door and only install the best. Serving up to 100 miles outside of the Onalaska, Wisconsin area. When you need a door company you can trust with your life, call Overhead Door Company of the Seven Rivers region.
Grandma's regular turkey is like, all right. But Arby's succulent deep fried to a crispy perfect turkey is like, all right. Arby's, we have the meat.
As your local Touchstone Energy Cooperative, we wear many hats. We take pride in serving our members and our community by going the extra mile in everything we do. Because we not only work here, we live here. Touchstone Energy Cooperatives, your source for power and information.
Hold on to your shopping carts. Fleet Farm's dropping even more deals to help you prep for Black Friday shopping. Save 30% on all NFL team apparel and accessories for the sports fans on your list. Get 15% off all Pit Boss pellet grills and accessories for your favorite outdoor chef. And buy one, get one 50% off on all games this week. Save yourself some cash and some chaos before Black Friday with great weekly deals from Fleet Farm. And check out all the sales in our weekly ad at fleetfarm.com. Welcome to Ashley's biggest sale of the year. During the Black Friday event, shop trending hot buys starting at just $1.99. Or take advantage of 0% interest for 60 months. The Ashley Black Friday event, going on now.
Covering all the exciting action from your community. Here's News 8 Now Sports with Jacob Lenzendorf.
Well, the Packers had an extra day to let that sting from last week's lackluster performance against the Panthers stay with them, but we're almost ready for the final kickoff of Week 10 of the NFL season. And Green Bay has their work cut out for them as the defending champs are in town for a primetime matchup from Titletown. After dropping back-to-back games in early October, the Eagles have won their last two and might be the class of the NFC yet again. But Matt LaFleur is excited to see how his guys will perform in the national spotlight.
I mean, that's really all you can ask anybody is to play up to your standard, your capabilities. And when that standard is not met, win or lose, it's disappointing. So I think, you know, what a great opportunity. Obviously, Monday Night Football, defending world champions, Lambeau Field. I don't think it gets much better than that.
And this should be a good one. Could be a rematch, potentially looming in the playoffs down the road. We will have to wait and see. Kickoff set for 7:15 on ESPN. And how about the weekend for the Wisconsin Badgers? It had been a long time coming, and they finally knocked off a Big Ten opponent, and for the first time in 4 years, took down a ranked team as they downed Washington. Sean West, the Badger punter, was the leading passer. It was an ugly game, but the win still counts the same, and it's a huge weight off the shoulders of head coach Luke Fickell.
It feels really good. Let's just say that. And you guys all know what I mean by that. It's, you know, in this game, you don't always get what you think you deserve. And I would sit here and tell you that, like I said, week in and week out, that these guys deserve something because they continue to battle and they continue to fight. And we all know that you get what you deserve. And sometimes you got to go earn it. And they did an incredible job of earning it tonight.
And one of the big reasons Wisconsin was able to get it done was the play of Mason Posa and Cooper Catalano. And today the pair were recognized for their fantastic play. Posa named Big Ten Co-Freshman of the Week after notching 11 tackles, 2.5 sacks, and a forced and recovered fumble. Meanwhile, Catalano with 19 tackles, 2 for loss, and a sack. Those 19 tackles, the most for a Power 4 freshman since 2017. Guys, the future looks bright. We got something to be excited about. That scene after the game was great, too, with the storm. I believe at least it was a cool scene.
It was cool. And like we know, it's been a long time coming. There's been a lot of hope that things could change and that a victory could be coming. So to take down a ranked team with a great defensive performance like that, it shows what's possible.
I think the rain was their good luck charm, too.
Oh, it definitely helped.
More rain next week.
Keep the downpours.
We're going to need a downpour against Indiana.
Yes. All right. Thanks, Jacob.
All right. Greg has a final look at your forecast right after this.
Maxwell White Plumbing stands behind every bathroom remodel. With over 700 five-star reviews, we guarantee you're going to love your new bathroom. And for a limited time, offering financing with 0% interest for 48 months. So call today.
To everyone who believes in Midwest magic, you'll always find it here at Culver's. Not that kind of magic.
Midwest magic turns fresh, never frozen beef into a juicy butter burger.
And transforms farm fresh dairy into the creamiest custard you've ever had. Ta-da!
But it's not just what we serve, it's how we serve it.
With a warm welcome and a little extra love.
Love in every bite.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious!
Yeah!
Let's talk about character for a moment. The heart and soul that defines what you're made of. People of true character recognize that they're part of something bigger than themselves. Take the doctors, nurses, and staff at Amplify Health. These are pros at the top of their game who come together as a team and give it their all for the benefit of others. That's character, that's professionalism, that's Amplify Health, and that's the mindset that makes life better.
We were in the beginning process of figuring out what we wanted to do to remodel 2 bathrooms. It was so helpful to be able to walk into the trailer and feel like you can envision that in your own home.
All right, the overnight lows will be more towards the midnight, and temperatures will be rising overnight with a little bit of light snow. We should be in the 30s, and tomorrow, much more seasonable, 40s, maybe upper 40s. It'll be breezy, but the better news once again is that temperature, and it just continues to climb with 60s possible Friday, 60s likely Saturday, before the next rain chance and a cool front comes down. But that only brings us back to average probably.
Yay,
so enjoy the
turn
week.
Off my heater, yeah. All right, thanks for joining us at 6.
We'll see you tonight at 10.